Stadium in Durham, North Carolina. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the North Carolina Tar Heels and the Duke Blue Devils. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Thanks, guys. I did check in with the Blue Devils head coach before the game. He is so pleased with the way this quarterback is playing. As you know, he was a transfer coming in, and they didn't know what they were getting exactly. But he has become one of the leaders of this team. He has proven that he can carry them. If he keeps playing like this, the sky's the limit. I'll keep you posted on how he's settling in here early to start this game. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Blue Devils headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. He'll start the return inside his 5. Makes a move. Oh, unfinished. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. To the air, it's Edwards. Finds us back in the middle. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollack cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you thought. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
The Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. On the run, it's Jackson. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. And the Tar Heels are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Here's a heat. Being chased. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Well, he tried everything he could that time just to not take a negative play. He didn't get sacked. It was a great job avoiding that. He's just able to get what he can get on the scramble play here down close in the red zone.
The play action fake. Pocket breaking down. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Fitted in the window for the score.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the Duke Blue Devils offense takes the field for the first time in this game. A big challenge in this matchup is for the linebackers to be able to hold their ground, something they haven't always been successful at doing. throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Wide open downfield. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
Well, it's the first 3rd down of the game. You can't execute it any better than that. Really nice job in protection. Good job by the QB finding the open man. Nice route, and it's an explosive play early for this offense.
On target. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Blue Devils can really attack on this 2nd and short. Handoff from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
And when we're talking Duke offense this year, it's going to start and end with Shepard at running back because this offense lost a lot of pieces. They lost their quarterback. They lost their best receiver, both to Miami, but Shepard stays. And so the identity for Manny Diaz, David, is going to be running the football and getting that established early this season.
And Shepard showed you, man. He showed you some really big flashes. And the running game went to a different level when they started to feature him more his first year in the program. So he's a guy that can hit the home runs. He can run downhill, be physical. So, yes, without the experience at quarterback, you better have the ground game going for Duke.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
After the 9-yard completion, the playbook wide open on 2nd and 1. Looking for a crease to the left. Could be an alley. Runs it all the way down to the 8-yard line before he's forced out of bounds. It'll be 1st and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Going for 6. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. At the end of that last play, there is a Tar Heel down on the field and shaken up. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. They'll go to the air. A little screen to the running back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. This is the essence of rivalry games, the big moments that you just say a few words and everybody remembers where they were when it happened. And we'll start the 2nd quarter as they try to hang up a 3 spot. Right down the boulevard, it's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Using his legs, it's Jackson. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They go right back to him. Might have a chance. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
To the air, it's Edwards. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. Smacks him with the stiff arm. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. The Tar Heels, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Motion from the wide receiver. With the run on 1st and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Trying to find the end zone, and he will take it in. Touchdown, UNC! Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Not the smartest move on that one. Out of bounds at the 9, and the field position is not good. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Got the quick completion. Could not make his way to the corner.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Rumbles ahead for 6 and all the way out to the 16.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
The Blue Devils will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Fields the punt, wants to make a play. They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is. He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. Just a terrible, terrible mistake. So instead of getting off the field on 4th down, the offense has a 1st and 10.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Quickly complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Keeps it on 1st down. Finding some room. Found a little bit of room and picked up 8 before he was stopped. And that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. And the Tar Heels look to do some damage in the red zone. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has them set up. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now we get a timeout from the Blue Devils. That's their first. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? They lost ground on first down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. After the run, now to throw. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. The pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal. Might be changing the route. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Got out of trouble and throws. And it's picked off at the goal line. Stopped at the 13-yard line. The return after the interception has them in business. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Complete with conviction on the crosser. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And the Blue Devils moving quickly to the line. They have just 3 measly points on the board, but trying to cobble a little something together here before halftime.
Yeah, make something happen. And listen, if I'm this defense, I want to keep them right where they're at. Done a great job all game keeping them in check. Don't let them get some cheap points going into the half, get momentum, and start feeling confident about themselves.
Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Timeout Duke. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. The Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Got it. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Spits it out to the back. Makes the grab. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. The Blue Devils take a timeout, and that's the last one. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown, Blue Devils! Quick strike through the air for the score.
That is a huge way to end this half. Man, cutting into the lead, gaining the momentum. Nice job finishing the half with some positive vibes going into halftime.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And he takes this from inside the 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's finally brought down after a big return that was almost a whole lot bigger. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin our wraparound with Clemson, taking on the number 9 team, the Texas A&M Aggies.
On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Blue Devil offense will try to get things going on this drive. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Throws to the tight end. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the 1st down.
It has not been a banner performance so far by this offense. Here in the second half, they need more plays like that. That's a good sign. But you got to be able to put those plays back-to-back now. Really nice job early in the drive, coming up with a big one in your own end. But now you've got to be able to string some of those along now and score some more points.
And the Blue Devils will line it up on 1st and 10. Now the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the 1st half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the 2nd half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
Got a little. There's some room. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Unloads quickly. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
The Blue Devils go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Motion from the wideout. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped offside.
Offside. Defense.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Much more manageable situation for this offense after the penalty. It's 2nd and 6. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. The 50, the 40, the 30, the 20. He's at the, and he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, North Carolina!
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. The big thing now don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Under fire. Right on the money. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Blue Devils will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. From the gun, running back on the move. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking for a man. It's Edwards. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls off.
They come to the line, facing third and long from the 25. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. The Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Wants to throw on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Gets it to the back. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes second and 8. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he's wrestled to the ground.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
The Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Under fire. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. And the Blue Devils look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on first down. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. Turning it on. And he's his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Duke.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
Trying to barge their way in. Does not get there. Boy, they stopped him just short of the goal line and kept him from getting the two. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at the 27-yard line, so a couple extra yards of field position for this offense to start. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Edwards. Using the quick game.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Trying to do it on the ground. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Looks as if we have an injured Blue Devil on the play. There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one looming.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
The handoff, keep working on that clock. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
Running inside. It's French. At the end of that last play, there is a Tar Heel down on the field and shaken up. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. They've been running it, but now the pass. Finds his man. It's Ship. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tar Heels. They tack on a little extra here in the 4th and just about set to break this long losing streak.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes the Duke offense to start the drive. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
A lot of defenders around on that screen. Now we get a timeout from the Blue Devils. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield, it's Edwards. Stepping to the right. Going to try to get it himself. Across the 45. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to get the first through the air. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Timeout, Duke. That's their second. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the 1st down. And the Tar Heels will have it 1st and 10. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Blue Devils take a timeout, and that's the last one. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. The give out of the gun. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. They'll start this drive going to the air. With the catch, it's Little. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds. The Blue Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Takes the easy one to the back.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game. But the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
I think you got to give the coaching staff a lot of credit, too. Even though this guy has thrown 2 interceptions, they're still calling plays and being aggressive in the passing game, letting him take shots, and now it's paying off.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Bring in the heat. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Keeps it himself and gets the first. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Baseman. Defense.
When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking to throw on first down. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. A late touchdown. Probably window dressing, but still a sliver, albeit very slight.
And this is always an interesting spot for me now because you're going to have to go for two regardless. I don't know if it's now or if it's later when you score, but at some point you're going to have to pull the trigger. So that's a you decision, but nice job by this offense getting the touchdown now to give yourself that opportunity to have a choice.
Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. To the air, it's Edwards. He wants to go deep. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David. Every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find